is Monday morning, and this is Morning Coffee or Morning Joe with Joe. Just getting up, letting the dogs go out, do what they do. I was up till midnight last night, just thinking about life, I guess. Working, not working, things I got to do around the house. It's it's terrible being unable to work. I'd love to get up in the morning and have somewhere to go, something to do, a purpose besides drinking coffee. There's got to be more to life than taking care of my fur babies. I'm not for sure what that is yet, but it's got to be something. Everybody's still sleeping or getting ready for work. I get that. Unfortunately, I don't have to get ready too much. I wake up, I get dressed. And then I come out here and sit and enjoy my coffee. This morning the roadways are busy, as you can hear. Everybody's got somewhere to go. I got somewhere to go. Back in the house. I got laundry. Good morning, Crunch, or good afternoon. How you doing, brother? We're just sitting out here trying to enjoy the morning. That's good. Having my morning coffee. That's what I do. I wake up and I think about all the stuff I gotta do, half of which I won't get done. But like at Christmas time, it's the thought that counts. Here's my morning trains. This place is busy with the trains. Oh, that's a big one. He's making sure people hear him. Yeah, I better duck. I got it sounding like I'm right on the track, but I'm not. 4 or 5 blocks away from the track, but that sucker is loud. I don't mind the sound. To me, it's peaceful. When the trains roll through, I'm not right next to the track, so I don't think I would feel the same if I was right next to it. But they've got houses that people, it's literally 14, 27 feet away, maybe at the most, from their house as the train goes by. I'm not for sure if I would like that or not. Anything happens and that's your ass. I mean, if anything happens. No, I've never been on a train. I've walked in them and looked around, but I've never rode one. Well, I guess I say I have. I just remembered that when I went to visit my daughter when she was in college up in DC graduating, we got on the metro, I believe is what it was called, and we traveled around that way because I wasn't going to be driving in DC. I'm not too familiar with the place and everything, so I have been on a train. Not an Amtrak or anything going across the country, but I've been around. You ever been on a train crunch? I've been on planes, horses. I've even jumped on a cow's back when I was young. Many times. That's cool. I've rode motorcycles, drove cars, big trucks. I played around with heavy equipment. 15 hours on a train? Well, I guess that wouldn't be so bad. I mean, you can actually get up and walk around. I know what it's like to do 11 hours, 13 hours in a truck and stuff riding down the highway, and I think 15 hours on a train would probably be much better than 15 hours on a plane. I don't like flying. It's not that I'm afraid of plane crashes or anything. I'm a firm believer that if God wanted you to die in a plane crash, and even if you refuse to get on a plane, but if He wanted you to die in that plane crash, He's going to drop one out of the sky on your car or your house. I mean, if that's the way you're supposed to go, that's how you're going to go. Wow. 3 p.m. to 6 a.m. the next day. That's crazy. But we do a lot of crazy stuff. Hopefully it was for a job or a woman. I mean, I could see 15 hours on a train going to visit somebody. Or a vacation. I don't know what those are. I don't take them. Even when I wasn't driving truck or anything like that, I would just I'd work if I had a week off. I'd spend it around the house doing whatever. And then after about 3 days off, I was grumpy and ready to go back to work. So you can imagine what this out of work stint's done to me. I absolutely hate it. I was put here to work. And now that I'm unable to work, I question myself every day, what the hell am I doing here? There's got to be more to it. They're all, hey, what is that about? She's barking at something, don't even know what it is. It's that morning ritual. No, it's not my fault that I'm out of work, but it's my burden to bear, so to speak. I have to deal with it and try to figure it out. It's definitely not been easy. But never, never, ever question what's next. Because the man upstairs will show you exactly what's next. And sometimes it's not good. I mean, I could take 3 problems in a row, like winning the lottery 3 different times. Why can't I have that problem to deal with? I've never ever had so much money I didn't know what to do with. Yep, it's all destiny. The man upstairs actually has everybody's number. He knows what you're going to do before you do it. Your life's already planned out. And he holds the card to call you home when it's time. No matter what time that is. So now I just sit around and make videos. I clean my house, I mow my grass. I take care of what I got to take care of. But it still doesn't mask the fact that when you're not working, you feel sorry, lazy, good for nothing. I mean, my dogs love me to death. They're happy I'm home every day, all day, and I love being around them. But I'm hoping there's something more out there for me. Not for sure what that would be. But I keep racking my brain trying to think of something. I think I could become a reverse stripper. I could just walk on the stage naked and people could pay me to put my clothes back on. If I was born a female, I'd probably do just OnlyFans just to get rich. Because men are weird. They pay for stupid junk. I don't get that stuff. Never understood why people want to pay to see a naked woman when the internet's full of them for free. Never understood that. What is it, Rue? Don't understand a lot of the way the world goes. I do understand we're going to hell in a handbasket pretty fast. Hey, bud. How you doing this morning? Mr. Wally Clark. He said he's out enjoying his coffee too. He's not having coffee. He's just having his mornings hanging outside with everybody. About 4 of them laying down on the bench. Wally makes number 5 looking around. 6 and 7 are either out in the yard or somewhere. But I wanted to relax relax and have coffee. That's what I like to do. I do all right cooking. I'm not the best at it, but I make foods that I like to eat. Not everybody else likes to eat them and stuff like that. I'd love to be able to be a gourmet chef, but right now, whenever I do cooking videos, it takes me forever just to chop vegetables because my right hand doesn't work the way it used to. So the coordination is not there. So that takes a little bit of time. But I can cook enough to keep me fat and maybe impress a lady once in a while. I guess women that like men that cook, but I got one for them. I can do dishes too. I cook, clean, laundry. I do whatever needs to be done. Some people appreciate it, some do not. So how was your work day, Crunch? Is it over or you still stuck working? I know you work from home, but you still might be working. Well, that's good. That working from home stuff can actually take more hours than it does if you're at work, because if you go to work, you can clock out. When you're at home, you got to finish whatever project it is you're on before you can clock out, because what else can you do? You have to do it. I'm waiting to hear from Rolly today to see how his uh, his visit with his kids and his grandkids went. I knew he was shocked that they all wanted hot dogs on the grill yesterday. He was like, "What? Hot dogs?" But I get it. I mean, it's summertime, and when somebody says grill, when I hear grill, I think of barbecue myself. It's like throw on some ribs, big old brisket or something. We'll just smoke it up. But they wanted hot dogs, and I didn't see nothing wrong with that. Nothing tastes better than a grilled hot dog or a grilled cheeseburger. Just reminds you of childhood and summertime and better days when everybody hung out and family was together and there. Grilled chicken. I like grilled chicken too, but I prefer fried chicken, as you can tell. Good old fried chicken. It's not bad. Yeah. We eat a lot of chicken around here too. I don't. I don't complain because you can do so much stuff with chicken. Grilled chicken, fried chicken, baked chicken, make chicken tacos, make chicken and rice. I mean, you can do everything with chicken. Of course, I feel the same thing about ground chook, chicken and gravy, chicken and dumplings. Now that's my favorite. I love making some chicken and dumplings. And no, I don't use canned biscuits for my dumplings. That's cheating. You ain't supposed to use biscuits for dumplings. You're supposed to make dumplings. But yeah, that's the kind of stuff that we do with chicken. I like smothered chicken. For breakfast, you can have chicken and a biscuit. What's up, little dude? What are you doing now? You want to come hang out? No? You walk away. I stole you anyway. Didn't I? I stole you for a good morning hello. You have to wait your turn, jealous. You ain't got to be scared, buddy. Did I scare you when I snatched you? I'm the doggy snatcher. Thank you. Yes. Good morning to you too, Doug. You've been good. My daughter is approximately 800 to 1,000 miles away. She's up in upstate New York. So that's where she lives. But right now she's in Kentucky or Tennessee. She's making her rounds on her visit. She went to go see a couple of her cousins. She's going to go visit some family in Kentucky before she makes her way down here. So she's out doing what she does, which is pretty cool. My buddy. I've never really looked to see exactly how many miles she is away. Hi. You liking that? You liking your belly scratched? You ain't no scared no more, are you? And he said, nope, keep rubbing. Thank you. All right, bud. Good morning. More like 15 hours time. That's driving in a car. It takes a while to get there. And that all depends on traffic. Because you got to get through some major cities and that stuff to get up that way. Either way you go, you're going to have to cross over somewhere. You could take the long way and go straight up 95 and get there, but that runs you through DC and all that fun stuff around the city of New York and then up. Or you can take 75 up to 81 up into Pennsylvania to 90 and work your way over. Or you can go up to Ohio and head over that way. There's all kinds of ways to go, but it all takes time. Yes, she's married. She just celebrated not too long ago her 1-year wedding anniversary. Her husband. Yep, it's nice. They made it 1 year, and hopefully they got 49, 50 more to go. He's a good guy. He makes her happy. So, and if he can put up with as much driving and running around as she likes to do, more power to him. Because she's got a little bit of her daddy in her. She'd rather, be at home and stuff. But she got a lot of her mama in her too. So when the wild hair hits and something sounds nice, she likes to go. She's been places I'd never dreamed of going. She's been to Amsterdam. She's been to Greece, Italy, or Spain, or whatever you want to call it. She's been to the Dominic. We call it the DR because she goes there a lot. I mean, she's a traveler. I am not. I consider taking a long trip is if I'm in the back of the yard back there trimming some bushes and I got to go in and go upstairs to take a shower. To me, that's a long trip. Wally? Stop. They found other things to bark at. They're always crazy. They're saying hello to their neighbor dogs. Everybody's out running around. Well, thank you. It's mine in the banks for now. I like to. That's what I told everybody. I could win $1 million in the lottery and I'd be set for life because I just pay off my house, clear up all my back debt that I got, and then just relax. And I grew up poor, so I can live off of a little bit of money. I don't need a lot. I've never had it, so I just need one little win. Yeah, a lot of people like to keep up with whoever. I don't care what anybody else has. That's more power to them. Good. I'm not saying I wouldn't like to have a little something, but I don't need everything. I could win a big lottery and most of my money I just donate away to animal shelters and rescues to help people out. Veterans, things like that. I couldn't buy flashy, sporty cars and shit. Hell, I'm 5'10", 260 pounds. I'm a fat guy. I'm not gonna look right getting into a Lamborghini. That's just me. Hey, Rue. You want to say hello too? She said, not really. I just want to be in your lap. Say, hi. She said, don't you make me wave at everybody. Why do you go out and jump in the sand and then jump in my lap? Is that your way of telling me you want a bath? Because that's the surefire way to get one. You show up dirty. Okay, sweetie. Hop down. Well, I didn't say jump. I just said hop. I tried to help you. Go. You got me dirty. Now, how am I supposed to find anybody whenever you make me dirty? I don't need anybody, do I, hush, sweetie? Hush, sweetie. All I need is you, huh? And your other family members. So you don't have time for nothing else, then? She's spoiled rotten. That car's burning up. I don't give the cats a bath. I brush them out real good and things like that. I think once in a while. If one of them came in extremely dirty, but I don't feel like carrying the scars that a cat will give you for dipping them in water. But yes, I give all seven of the dogs. It usually takes almost a full day. Yeah, cats don't like water. Some of them don't mind it. I remember growing up, my grandma had the biggest cat in the world. And that cat was mean, hated everybody but my grandma. And she could literally, you could go to her house and she'd have that cat in 4 inches of water in the bathtub laying on his back, washing him, combing through him and all that stuff. He would just look at you like, get out of my face. I let her do what she wants because that's my human. And then when he get a bath, he would get clean and he'd sit on top of the refrigerator. And if you go to open the fridge, he'd smack you in the top of the head every time you got in there. He's like, nope, that's my refrigerator. Get out. Nothing to eat in here for you. Cats don't like water. My dogs don't like baths. They don't like when it rains. Except the puppies. I've caught them a couple times when the rain starts coming down. They still sit out in the yard and play for a few minutes, and then they run up on the porch. They're like, oh, it's wet. I think that's pretty cool. We got 2 of them hanging out right there. They're all just relaxing and enjoying the day. Well, turn the camera on. It's itching. Yeah, I like nature and trees too. But I have to be close here. Because if I was to live out in the middle of nowhere, well, I don't have to worry about running into anybody. It would just be like living on an entire episode of Naked and Afraid because I'd never get dressed. I wouldn't worry about shit. I live in the middle of nowhere and nobody's coming to see me. So I'm happy where I'm at. Keeps me motivated to keep showered, shaved, and cleaned up. It is pretty peaceful, considering I'm maybe 200 yards from the little town that I live in. So I'm not far from action, if you can consider what little bit goes on here action. But that's the thing about small town. I could walk to the bank if I wanted to. Walk and pay the electric bill. I could walk to Walmart if I was healthier, but it's only a mile away. But then if you walk to Walmart, you got to walk back with all your stuff. But yeah, it's peaceful here. I get the birds chirping, the quietness, things like that go on. Every now and then you get to run into, yeah, there's a lot of greenery around. I wish it was more greenery. I'm trying to get my grass to grow. I weed and feed it the other day, and all the weeds are dying. It looks so patchy and nasty. Might have to do it again to get the grass to grow and finish killing off the weeds back there. Having a house with a yard and things like that, it's a little bit of work. Stuck doing it by yourself, you got to keep rolling. Got to keep going. Seems like every time you mow, you gotta wait 3 days and mow again. It's kind of why I don't mind the winter time. You have to mow less. And right now I live in a spot where if it snows, it's very, very, very seldom and very little. I'm not a big fan of the snow. I've been in it. Driving a truck, you're gonna hit snow. What is it, bud? Everybody's running around. All right, Oliver's over there sleeping. Let me grab this back here. We'll walk because I need more coffee. And this is Morning Joe with Joe. And when Joe ain't got no Joe, he got to go get Mo. In through the house. Come on, children. Into my dark kitchen. I'm lazy. I don't turn lights on. I barely use the heat and air conditioning sometimes. 1 lump, we'll take 2. 2 lumps of sugar. Goes in the old black coffee. Stir it around a little bit. And then we'll add some more. Well, they say good little last drop. And that's what we took. The last drop. But now that my coffee's almost done. Well, my pot is. I'm down to my last cup. And then we're back outside. Come hanging out with everybody. All right. What's up, little man? Yeah, I used to drink coffee with cream or milk or something like that, but when I realized that you can take, they showed that stuff. Hold on, I gotta put this back on the stand. But when they showed the people catching coffee creamer on fire, I was good with it. I used to like those French vanillas and crazy things like that, the flavored coffee creamers, but those weren't good for you. Wow. In about a year, I went, I'd say probably 43, right at about 43 years of not drinking coffee. And then I started driving the truck. And then I tried coffee, and I used French vanilla creamer. And you could add enough of that creamer to your coffee, and it didn't taste bad. So then I started using less creamer, and then I started acquiring the taste for coffee. It was one of the fondest memories of growing up as a kid was my mom and my aunt would, and my granny, they'd all sit around the table having coffee in the morning, talking about stuff or whatever. And then it's usually on the weekends because mom worked all the time. My aunt worked all the time. My granny didn't work, but they'd make time for her to come over, or they'd go over there, or we'd go to granny's and they'd sit around and have coffee. I'd go over there, but every time you did, Grandpa would put you to work. It was like, we got some grass to mow, we got some leaves to rake. And we did that stuff because we got to take care of the. Hey, that is enough. Children. Yes, they are. Ruby, that is enough. If they're not coming here, don't worry. Wally, you're about to spill coffee. You're about to make a mess. Your booty is too big. Big overgrown lug. They've all went away. We was looking at dogs, but they all left. Let's turn and see if we can catch one. There we go. We'll catch Oliver. Yeah, I think that's the whole problem with today is nobody respects. The younger generation doesn't respect anybody older. I used to think that old people were full of shit, but when you get older, you realize, yeah, they were right. You were wrong. And they live and they learn. Sometimes you learn the hard way. Wally, you know it's there. You've hit it 3 times already. And he said, I know, but I don't care, Dad. Yep, they have plenty of experience. I used to, growing up, we'd listen to music and things like that. And remember the 80s when I first noticed anything about like the singer Alice Cooper. I thought it was, oh man, this good guy's good. My mom was shocked. She's like, he's still alive? I was like, what? She goes, she saw him as a kid in concert and all that. So they've been around definitely a lot more than us. And it's funny to see things in full circle. Because my granddaughters one day was talking to my soon-to-be ex-wife, and they were all tripping out and like, have you heard of Ozzy? And I was like, oh no, here it comes. They thought he was a new artist. And it's like, no, he's not new. But you run into stuff like that, and that's pretty funny. To me, anyway. Oliver is doing nothing but sleeping. So, we'll go back to my ugly mug. Alright, there's 4. I'm missing 3. We got 3 somewhere. MIA. And that would be Susie and the 2 littles. Yeah, it's starting to pop up. It's not quite here yet, but it's daylight. It's really shining on the neighbor's house right now. I've already said hello, Rue. I'm happy it's still only 72 degrees out here. Well, I try to be nice to everybody. I'm nice to the people that are nice to me. I can be an ass to people that are an ass to me. People should realize in this world, what you give is what you get. So that's the way it should be. If you're nice to me, I'll be nice to you. If you're not nice to me, I don't have to deal with it. And I've always enjoyed that part. Why are you guys bothering Stanley? Stanley, there's water in the house. I know I got to fill your bowl up out here. Their outside bowl is empty. But they have access to go get more. It's their polite way of sticking their nose in there going, I need water, you fat bastard. Get up, make my stuff. What are you chewing on now? Teddy, what'd you tear up? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Come here. Teddy, I don't need anything. I just needed you to drop whatever it was you were chewing on, and you did that. What was it? You tearing up my stuff in the house? Well, breakfast is almost done because that's what I'm having. Morning Joe with Joe. That's my breakfast. I have to think about something for dinner. I'm not for sure what it is yet. Rolly was talking about grilling yesterday, so I got some pork sausages in there that I might just throw on the smoker. It's already pre-cooked, so it won't take long to smoke it. And just heat it up and make it tasty. That maybe some fried potatoes. I like fried potatoes. I like French fries. I like baked potatoes. Yep, sausages. Do you eat sausage? I'm pretty sure you probably don't, but it's a lot of people don't for religious reasons or what they believe in and stuff like that. I believe if somebody's, yeah, I've never understood it, but I will eat it. They say you can eat everything on a pig except for his hoofs and his oink. I'm not big on some people eat pig brains for breakfast. I don't do that. That's the southern thing for real. I'm not. Some people swear by it, but not me. I don't eat pig's feet. Well, I probably eat all of it because I eat hot dogs, and hot dogs have everything mixed in it. Right. I see the jokes about the sausage shapes and things like that, but I don't care what anybody says about it. It tastes good. That's just one Joe's opinion. I enjoy it. There's an airplane. I'm just sitting out here watching airplanes fly by. Just relaxing this morning. Mondays are the worst. car accident. I was 15 years old and riding around in the back of a pickup truck. And somebody had removed the stop sign that was on our road. So we didn't know that you were supposed to stop there. And the truck I was in just went out in the middle of the highway and got hit by another truck. I got thrown 89 feet, landed on the ground, and messed up a bunch of stuff inside. So they cut me open and looking around to see what was bleeding. Come to find out it was my spleen, so they removed it. I have that scar and plenty more from that accident. Yep. When you're young, you're dumb, and you live and you learn. The man upstairs had the graciousness to let me live through it, but it was a lesson learned. I'm not for sure what it was supposed to teach me, but I know for a fact I was on the wrong path at the wrong time. My life could have been a whole lot different without that accident. Because at the time, everybody was wondering when would I go to prison, basically. Because when I was young, I had a chip on my shoulder and I didn't care. I was fighting, getting into trouble, doing things young people shouldn't do. So after my accident, I quit doing all that. But I was still doing things I shouldn't do because I had a daughter at 17. Well, I wouldn't say I was dangerous, but I was wild. And when I was a teenager, I didn't care if you were 15 or 50. If you ran your mouth to me, then we gonna fight. I didn't give a shit. I mean, what are you gonna do? Whip my ass? I mean, okay. It wouldn't be the first ass whooping I ever toted, and it sure wouldn't have been the last. Because life has a way of just whipping the shit out of you. One could sell their soul to the devil and live a great life, having money, cars, women, fame. But you can't take any of that with you. And then when you go, you've already sold your soul to somebody else. That's not a good way to do. Not good at all. But there's people out there that's what they pray for and ask for. They'll do anything in the world to be noticed or to be something. I don't need to be famous. I'd like my pace to take off. Next a little bit. Hey, Ollie, you too old, buddy, to be jumping halfway across the porch. Now you done fell in the building. You all right? I told you. Come here. You okay? Come here, bud. can't be doing that stuff, man. You're no spring chicken anymore. I know you're trying to get at them, but you're gonna hurt yourself. Yeah, I like peace nowadays because I'm too old to fight. But I like peace so much that I'm too old to fight, but I carry a gun everywhere I go because I'm too old to fight. And I'm too old to take an ass whooping, so I do what I have to do to leave people, have them let me alone and leave me be. Yep. Only got one life, and I'll protect it any way I can. It's mine. Nobody has a right to interrupt it. That's how that should be. Everybody in the world has a right to defend themselves and take care of what they need to take care of. Yep. I'm not too scared. I just figure that it's one of those things in this world that I'm going to protect myself because I can. It's my right to be able to protect myself. And if that means somebody else gets it, well, they've probably been warned 2 or 3 times to leave me alone. Go away. I will turn around and walk away. You can say whatever you want. We're good. Words are just words. But if you lay a hand on me or on that stuff, then I guess it's a bad day for you. And people can look at this video and say, well, it's premeditated, blah, blah, blah. There's nothing premeditated about it. A lot of people will look at guns as being a weapon. I look at a gun as being a tool. You ate eggs and rice in a train at night. That sounds good. Eggs and rice. I make something like that sometimes. I'll get a little bit of fried rice, some scrambled eggs, put some hamburger meat in it, some hell yeah. Lunch at home. Sometimes I snack on lunch. Most of the time I just give them their snacks because they be enjoying the carrots. Oh yeah. I don't think many people like plain rice. It's not bad, but I want my rice to be spicy as well. Everything's got to have a little heat to it. I made some chicken quesadillas last night. Had to throw the hot sauce on them. Had to make them spicy because that's what I like. A little bit of spice. Well, good morning there. What's that, Christoph? Good morning. How's your day going? I bet I could sleep in a train. It would probably be peaceful. Just rattling along and listening to noise. We're just hanging out. I mean, if I could sleep in the back of a big truck while somebody else is driving it and bouncing down the road, yeah, shaking, bouncing, wiggling, I could probably sleep on a train once I was tired. Growing up, I couldn't sleep in a moving vehicle for anything under the sun, but when you learn to drive a truck, you have to sleep while somebody else drives, and after about 2 days of not sleeping, you're gonna go to sleep. That's a dead given. I mean, the body can only take so much, and then you're out. You're done. Stick a fork in them. Dude, that flea meds has got that damn Bug MD got your skin dry as hell. I bet. I mean, electric train, I guess that would be awful quiet. And I understand they're pretty fast too. I've not been on one, but I can imagine just super quiet, flying down the road or the trains. And just be gone. Stuff like that's pretty cool. I think one day I wouldn't mind taking a train like across the United States, but I want to do one of those old trains, like a steam train or something that's just takes you around. I think that would be cool. Don't need those faster than speeding bullets trains. I want to be able to see the scenery. But I guess if you're in a hurry, then that would be something. Yeah, I've never seen one. I've looked at them and seen them in movies, the electric ones, and they're just almost as low as the platform. You just step in and door closes and you're off. I think that would be cool. Yeah. But yeah, I think it would be nice just take a old train ride and go visit the stuff and the scenery around here. I've seen it all. Like I said, being a truck driver, I've been to every state in the United States except for Alaska and Hawaii. I can't drive to Hawaii. I could have drove to Alaska, but you have to have a passport to get through Canada to get there, and I don't carry a passport because I don't want to leave this country. If I have to go, I was forced out. I don't want to leave. Well, thank you. I try to be laid back and chilled and everything. Some people are just high strung and out there. I'm I try to be me. And if people like it, good. If they don't, hey, different strokes for different folks. They gave you a pillow and a blanket at night. Question is how far do them seats roll back? Because I don't know if I could sleep sitting up. If it reclined back like my recliner, I could probably fall asleep. Or I wouldn't mind a trip where you get a sleeping car, where you get to lay down in a cart and got your own little private room. All right, Toby Wallace. Okay, 6 feet of full flat seats. I could do that. Hi. Good morning. Yeah, I could lay down and go to sleep on a 6 foot bench. Be like, good night. But it might take a while because I would be wondering what I was missing. Nah, haven't seen anything like that. You can get to rotate the seats, huh? A nice little swivel seat. Turn, look at who you're talking to in the next aisle, the other side. Seating couches and sleeping couches. Like I said, I've never been on a train like that. I've been on commuter trains where everybody stands up and get to where you're going. But I'm pretty sure I would like a nice train ride where you go to sleep and hang out. As y'all can tell, I don't get out much, so I don't know anything about no rotating sleeper seats and all that stuff on trains. I wouldn't mind it, giving it a try once in a while, because you never know. You're not gonna be happy till you spill over my camera, are you, Wally Clark? Good golly, Mr. Wally. Yeah, you gotta have aspirin if you got headaches. Usually, the only time I get a headache is if I go a couple days without coffee. Caffeine's crazy. Any hobbies? Well, when I was healthy and younger and moving around, I like to. I would like to go, shoot pool, play darts, hobbies like that. Now that I'm older, my hobby is, well, I collect dogs. I don't really collect them. They're all rescued from somewhere, from some sort of situation. But yeah, hobbies. Everything's so expensive these days. It's almost impossible to actually get out and do stuff. I don't mind, like a movie or a dinner out and stuff like that. Things that are worth it. I don't have any kind of weird hobbies like collecting stamps or anything like that. You have any hobbies, Christoph? Anything you like to do? I'm not the hobbyist, but I guess this here YouTube channel is kind of my hobby because it's about the only thing I do now. Yeah, there's some people that collect stamps, and I've never understood that, but I do understand there's a lot of money in it. A lot of people make good money or spend good money just collecting them. Stamps, coins. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Save your brass, buddy. Save your brass. That's what we used to do when we go to the gun range. Because you save it, you can reload it. Absolutely nothing wrong with reloading ammo. It's definitely a lot cheaper. Let's see what Ollie's doing. He's just asleep. That's what Ollie does. Reload ammo. Back up. Go. Get. I don't use it as a hobby, but it's a smart way to take care of it. Is reloading your ammo. Because that's the cheap way to go to the gun range and do stuff like that. Hell yeah. Well, nowadays around here, we like gun-toting people because this country is, well, we're allowed to defend ourselves and take care of ourselves. And I understand that's definitely a lot different than other places. I've never understood the you can't have a gun, but the government can. And if you outlaw guns for everybody, then the only person that's going to have a gun is the bad people. Good morning, Rolly. How was that visit yesterday? How them grandkids? If you're new here, Christoph, that's Rolly. That's one of my buddies here in the States. He comes in and checks out every once in a while. Hungarian. Yeah, I just don't get a government telling us how we can live our lives and things like that. They say that the United States is the land of the free. Well, it's not really free. It's the land of the taxed. You pay taxes on the car you buy. Then you pay taxes on the gas that you put in it. Then you pay taxes on the roads that you drive on. I mean, it's you tax to death around here. I get that. I wish they would take little kids' energy and put it in a pill form so us old farts could take it. Little kids be bouncing off the walls and having a good time. I remember when I was young and got to do that. So, Christoph, what part of the U.S. would you like to visit when you come here? You said you wouldn't mind visiting. You can actually move here to America. It takes a while to do it the legal and right way. I know that for sure. And I'm all for it. Anybody that wants to come. Idaho is very nice. I have been out there a few times and everything. I like Idaho, Montana. Utah is actually awesome. I haven't. I drove through them all. Never stopped to explore and hang out. But I do like the scenery. Idaho's pretty nice. Yeah, I try to introduce everybody around here that hangs in and says what's up, because we all just, we human, like to talk to people and hang out. Texas. Buddy, you crazy wanting to go to Texas. I love Texas. They have everything. They got cows, and their barbecue is definitely a lot different than a lot of places. I do like Texas. I get that. I was a I was a transformer for years and stuff. Was born in up north. Yeah, it's a great country from what I understand. I haven't been anywhere else, but I know all the freedoms that I take for granted here, I sure wouldn't have somewhere else. So I stay here and all that stuff. Yeah, the U.S. isn't too bad. I went to Mexico many years back. Went there to work for it was an American-based company. We were just down there doing a showroom. Yeah. Hey. I don't. Oh, is that Rapunzel again? Oh yeah. Good morning or afternoon. Not for sure what time zone you're in. We're all just hanging in and shooting the breeze. You never know, Rummy. Uh, Crunch. Uh, might not be a lady. Yes, me and my 7 friends, my fur babies, are all good this morning. They're all laying around, except for Teddy. He's wanting somebody to play with. Yeah, I'm not for sure what time it is there with him. 7:30, 8, 9. It's probably about 7 o'clock, 6:37 for him. All right, Christoph, be good. You about to take a nap? All right, Rapunzel. I I get that. 9 a.m. That's what time it is here. That's right. And before you go, Rapunzel, stop in anytime and say hello. We're when you see me on, I'm not really for sure when I'm going to keep doing these things. My name's Joe. But if you're talking about the dogs, we could be for a minute. All right. Well, let's see. Let's start over again. The one on the far side is Susie. That's Teddy. I mean, Toby. That's Teddy. Ruby's up front. Oliver's behind. And Clark. And let's see, that's 2, 4, 5. I'm missing one. Who am I missing? Oh, Chet. 2, 4, 6. Ah, I forgot Molly. I'm sorry. She's out in the yard. She'd be hard to see. But yeah, you stop in anytime and we'll tell you about whatever dog it is that you like. Yeah, she's the small one. I don't know where she's at. Come here, Molly. Come here. Miss Moo. Come here, baby. Come here. She's the scared one. But there she is. That's Miss Molly. Sweetie. Yeah, they take off whenever they hear something or anybody walking down the road. They want to say hello. No, she's not the only girl. She's one of three. I have three girls and four boys. All right, Crunch, have a good one. Yeah, she's my baby. My other one, Miss Lily, that came up missing and nobody has turned her in or said anything. She was my favorite. Sweetie, you got some bad gas, baby. You farted like a grown man, and that is terrible. Go bathroom. Somebody got a tummy ache. You want to back up? But yeah, Susie K is the girl. She's the mama. She's she's the one grooming her son there, Teddy. That's Mama Bear and Teddy Bear. And my favorite one, she come up missing. I love them all to death, but Lily was my baby. She followed me everywhere and do everything. Yeah, it's late in the evening, so Crunch decided he had somewhere to go. He probably getting his dinner ready because he eats late. Yeah, Teddy's a chill guy. He likes to get out and raise Cain sometimes, but he loves his mama taking care of him. The weather here right now, Rolly, is 74 degrees. Oh, there they go. Oh, because somebody's walking. Oh, there's somebody running. And that's what they do. They bark at people running. I'm trying to see them, but I can't. Oh, nothing really happened. It was just somebody walking by. You're supposed to hit 70 today. That is good. I'd like to stay at 70, but we'd have to back up a couple degrees. It keeps going up. Yes, the little ones are sassy. Wally will get out there and he'll just woof once in a while, and he just makes for sure that nobody else is going to mess with his little people. That's what they do. Let's see. We can watch them run. They was all playing, but then they stopped. They got their toys out there. Molly's thinking about pouncing on somebody. There she went. Them two are brother and sister for real. They fight like it. So what all did Goober get to eat yesterday from the grill? Did you give him anything good? I bet he's not. Get it, Molly. I bet he's not scared of it anymore. Molly's mad. He's like, he's got my toy. That ain't the one I wanted. Teddy, I'm watching you. And then we got Wally over by the tree. Aha. Hot dogs, hamburgers, and watermelons. I bet he's not going to be afraid of that grill anymore. He's like, man, that thing got some good stuff come off of it. Neighbor dogs. I wonder if this thing zooms in while I'm on it. Why it does. That's crazy. Wally's just hanging out. And there's Stanley hanging with him. Gotcha. Instead of the old pork steak. I don't blame you. I prefer we were talking about what Rolly had his daughter and his grandkids and son-in-laws by. So he was cooking up the grill and his little dude. No, my dogs don't like water. I have a little kiddie pool that I could put out for them to play in, but they don't. I need to get it out and see if the little puppies will play, but nobody else wants to play in the pool. And I wouldn't know what to do taking 7 dogs to go swimming. Yep, that's one of the kitties. I have 2 of those. Yeah, we'll zoom in on him. That's Stanley. He's my fat cat. And there's Molly. She loves the kitty. Yep, that would take him to the lake and see if he'll jump in. Now, I had a Rambo, my other pit bull. You couldn't get him to get in the swimming pool to save his life. But if there was a dirty pond or a river, he was in the water, almost pulling you in to see, so he could take care of it. That's what he liked to do. What's up, big boy? Yes, your mama always tearing something up. She pulled the blanket out of the cat house. He said, I ain't supposed to be out here. Mama, what'd you do? Put it back. That's too funny. All right. I shake too much to actually hold that thing. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I don't get that either. My dogs don't like baths at all. But Wally loves the garden hose. You get out with a garden hose and he's happy as a pig in slop. Just happy to go do what he has to do. Make a nest. I think it's funny. You guys go play. Oliver's going to sit up here and sleep all day. If he's not sleeping here, he's going to go in the house and sleep. Yep, that's what Wally does. He likes to bite at the water, or he likes it when you shoot him in the face. I don't understand it. He gets mad when you move it from him. He's like, I just want to chew on it. And I think that's pretty funny to watch. I think I got a video of him somewhere on there doing his water play. Nobody else likes the water hose, just Wally. I guess it's a big dog thing. Everybody is just relaxing. It's been a peaceful morning. It's already Monday and I can't wait for Saturday night to get here. Because I do enjoy doing my Saturday thing. I'm going to see how this Morning Joe with Joe takes off and see if anybody wants to hang out and have coffee with me in the mornings. I'm trying to do what I can to get my page to build up. I do have a couple loyal people. Rolly, Crunch, Rapunzel shows up. I like that. I'll get it out there eventually. I'm not for sure what'll become of it, but yeah, that's the way I look at it. I don't get to go to the bar anymore, so it's like going to the bar. I'm pretty sure that this Saturday I'm probably going to go, instead of being in the living room, I might go out to the dad pad out there to my garage. I have a table and chair set up out there. I turn the radio on out there and don't care what they say. And I might just go hang out in the garage and See if the dogs will go. I need to go get. I can't find my dartboard anywhere. I've looked. I found my darts, but I can't find my dartboard. I enjoy throwing darts. And all that stuff. Yes, kind of what I was trying to get everything to do was like go and hang out in the bar. For the people that can't go to bars, we bring the bar to them and they can kick back, relax, and get in the conversations about life and whatever our drunk asses come up with at the time. Yeah, I haven't done it in years either. Nowadays, after the strokes, I'm not for sure if I could hit the dartboard. I'd like to find out though. Just set it up the way it's supposed to be and see if it works. I haven't played darts in years, and all right, Rapunzel, you have a good day. Enjoy your nap, and I'm here every Saturday night. I'm not for sure what time it is in your time zone, but I do a live on Saturday nights. So stop in and hang out. You be safe and have a good day. Thanks, Rapunzel. Like I say, we get more people following us and things like that. It'll take off. I know I got to get a set schedule for my lives. I do know I have Saturday nights. That's in stone. I do that because I have to unwind. And I have to say hello and see who's out there. It's good to have people from all over places and stuff to check in, say hey, hang out. Because I just like hanging around people, good people. There's some people that I'm not really for sure about. They still show up. And I'm okay with that. They can hang out and say their piece. It's an open bar. Anybody's welcome. All you gotta do is hit in and pull up a chair and grab a drink. It's hopefully this week that your phone doesn't mess up your internet service. Because that's gotta suck trying to watch a video and it buffering every 2 minutes. That would get on my nerves. Come on. Just for a minute. Yeah, they busy around here too. My phone hasn't done anything. Sorry about that. I was plugging it in. It was starting to die. Yeah, usually when they call me, I'm in the house and I just answer the phone, leave the TV playing. They get off of there pretty fast. They're like, well, they're like, hello, hello. I just keep watching TV. I think it would be much better that all these telemarketers, they made it illegal for people to go door to door and knock on there and ask if you wanted a vacuum or needed some insurance or whatever. So they told them you can't go door to door. So now they just call every number in the phone book. And I think that's more rude than somebody coming to your door. Because I can't hang up. And you can hang up, but nothing is as satisfying as taking an old phone and just slamming it down on somebody. Bam! I said good day. And if they're allowed to go door to door, I mean, you could at least answer a door with a shotgun and ask them, what you want? Why you on my property? Oh, you should start answering them with crazy stuff like, city morgue, you stab them, we slab them. How can I help you? I had a buddy of mine, he come up with a sick one. It was Bob's Mortuary and Pizzeria. Your loss is our sauce. I was like, hell no. That's just too funny. I answer them just to see who's on the other line. Sometimes if I'm not for sure, I'll say hello and they'll start with their shit and everything. And I say, he's not here. Can I take a message? And they always hang up. They're like, no, we'll call back. I'm like, okay. Well, he's never here. Now, when you own a business, yes, they will never know the satisfaction you get for slamming that down. But yeah, if too many of them, when I had my business, they would call and ask for me or whoever was in charge, and I would tell them that Frank was in charge. So when they call and ask for Frank, I knew that it was some BS call. I'm like, nope, Frank's not here. When do you expect him back? I'm not for sure, but Frank will be back when Frank gets back. That's what I like to do. Ollie's just sitting over there sleeping. Yeah, there's a lot of things kids will never know these days. Slamming of the telephone. There's a lot of things they need to know, like what it feels like to have a belt across their ass. I think that's what's wrong with the world. We quit disciplining children and they grow up to be unruly adults. And things like that. So good morning, Roo. Roo. She said, I'm gonna go sit up here with Ollie. She's mad because I won't pick her up. I've already picked her up once. Picked her up a couple times, but she's just hanging out. Yep, things kids will never know is the satisfaction of slamming a receiver, the satisfaction of actually earning and working for something that you want. When I was a kid, if I wanted something, I had to go bale hay, cut tobacco, mow grass for the old lady down the street for $1. Have a big old yard too, and she only want to pay you $1 because I didn't. Being a small town, it's just like, no, I'll take what you can afford. It's what we used to do, shoveling snow. Dad had the belt, Mama grabbed the spoon. My mom had whatever was closest. If it was a paddle, it was a paddle. If it was a belt, it was a belt. And you never know fear till a little old lady is mad as hell and she throws a glass ashtray across the room. And you duck. And it just hits something and goes boom. And they were big ashtrays. They didn't break. They'd hit whatever and bounce off. And you're like, oh shit. Mom's not playing today, guys. But yeah, I've gotten a belt, a paddle, a switch. She catch you with a fly swatter. She do what she had to do and stuff. I was like I said, a little hellion kid. And Grandpa would come over for Thanksgiving and stuff, and he'd always eat in the other room. Grandpa didn't have no teeth, so he'd eat in the other room. Well, one year he decided he was going to sit at the table and with all his kids and all that stuff and everybody hanging around. And Mom made it a rule. Do not make fun of my father. Yes. So I was like, all right, we're sitting there and he started eating and he didn't have any teeth. So he would chew like looking like that. And I looked over and saw him. I was 9, 10 years old. And I started doing the same thing and just making my cheeks pop out. Next thing I know, my mama backhanded me off the chair. Right in the mouth. My grandpa was like, what happened? She said, I don't know. He just fell off his chair. And she bent down to pick me up. And she said, don't you ever do that again. So you learn. You don't mess around with Grandpa. Mama get upset. And that's when you realize that having respect for elders is the way to go. Yeah, there's a lot of lazy kids out there. You could give a kid these days a job laying down, and he gonna stand up and quit. I mean, that's just how bad they are. You can pay them good money, and all they got to do is lay around, but they'll stand up and quit. And then it'll be your fault why they quit. It was too hard. You wanted too much from me to just lay here and do nothing. Well, something just popped up. You know those kids, Rolly. You've seen them. I just, I don't get it. And now they think everybody owes them something. You gotta hand it to them. I showed up. I need a participation trophy. What you need to do is learn how to hit the ball, catch the ball, run with the ball, shoot the ball, whatever it is you're supposed to do. And then you get a trophy if you're good at it. Because when you get participation trophies, your whole entire life, no matter how good you are, how good you weren't, you grow up to be LeBron James. Somebody touch you and it's a big act like, oh my God, I'm dying. Please don't let the camera see me. While he's peeking out of the corner of his eye. Are they watching? To me, that's the funniest debate I've ever heard in my entire life was, who's the GOAT, Michael Jordan or LeBron James? Well, I can tell you it's not LeBron. But that's how it goes. That's probably as bad as things like, oh, what's his face? Tom Brady. He gonna retire. He left the Patriots, gonna retire, relax. And I realized he didn't like retirement. Patriots didn't want him back for the money he wanted. So what'd he do? I think he went to Tampa Bay or wherever the hell he went. And it's like, come on, people. Get out while the getting's good. We're not, ain't young anymore. Yes. 100%. Me, I think he's ruined the game of basketball. Myself. But I don't know what he's done wrong, but it ain't good. You literally just walked up here and stepped on my big toe for what, I don't know. But yeah, I think he looked down to make for sure he was going to step on it just the right way. Must be a pit bull thing, because Rambo used to do the same thing. He could walk by you, and I'm sure that he looked down to see where your foot was so he could step on it. And if you think you had it made because he didn't step on it with his front feet, he'd get it with one of his back feet. Always stepping on your feet. I was outside playing with him one time, and he literally stepped on my foot with 3 paws. He ran up to me, stepped on my foot as he crunched down, and then when he made a U-turn to take off, he put both of his back feet on my foot and took off. He left a little bit of hide, but not much. That shit hurt. I was like, you little turd. But that's the kind of stuff they did. That and big dogs want to lean on you all the time. They're like, let me lean up here with you. That's what they do. All right, brother, I'm about to get off here myself. I've been on here a lot longer than what I should have been, but I don't have anything else to do. So. I have it to do. I just don't want to go do it. So you have a good day, brother. Be safe, and I'm not far behind you. Go get into something. I have a whole list of things I got to do. I just don't want to do it. But I will. We'll get to it, won't we? That's a giant ass fly there, bud. I don't think you want that one. A damn horsefly up here. Toby wants to eat it. Hopefully he gets to eat it before he takes a bite out of me. Not for sure. Lazy days and Mondays always get me down. What do you want, bud? You're just happy to be up in somebody's lap, aren't you? I'm happy to have you around. Yes, I are. You such a cutie. We got to cut your son's hair too. I've tried working on it, but we definitely got to get it down a lot more. Maybe we should work on that. You want to work on that too? You just chilling. All right, well, I've been on here a couple hours. I'm going to try to come back tomorrow for some Morning Joe with Joe and see how this thing works here. I'm not for sure if anybody will tune in or hang out, but I got to try something, see how it goes. You guys have a great day. Be safe. Thanks for hanging out with me with my morning coffee. We'll be back again probably tomorrow. We'll try this again. But for sure, I'll be here Saturday night at 9 having a beer. You guys should stop in and join me for a cold beer and a great day. Thanks for watching.